I didn't really like it. And I had never seen it before, but I had heard about it through you, Matt, and some other friends in elementary school or whatever. And I was always put off by it. I didn't understand it. It was kind of like and then I saw started seeing like these Jim White videos that you guys were going crazy over, laughing about. And I was like, oh my God, this is even worse than I
Wait,
thought when I
wait.
saw those.
Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Please don't tell me your first introduction into pro wrestling was Jim White videos.
It, like, besides, I think, like, you guys talking about it, that was like the first, not obviously there's no matches or whatever, but it was like my first WWE seeing that. And I was like, oh my God, this is awful. Like, this is so screwed up or whatever. But
For those listening who don't know who Jim White is, no, it's Tim White.
oh yeah, Tim
Tim
White.
White.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tim White was a referee for the WWE at the time. He ended up getting hurt in the match, and then he stopped refereeing after that. But after his referee career, he used to just come on certain shows and have certain promos with superstars, and he would basically find a way every week to kill himself, like to off himself in the most
Yeah.
inhumane way possible. And I don't know why this was a thing, but like we said, it's just entertainment. So go
Yeah.
ahead. But that being the first thing that opened your eyes to pro wrestling is fascinating.
Yeah. And, I was really, and then I saw SmackDown one night as kind of like, I probably would have watched it before 2004 and then joined you guys just to see what it was all about. But I remember my mother was always like, okay, it's time to go to bed now. Raw comes on late. I think SmackDown wasn't available to me until it went on like the UPN network or something. It was on some weird channel that I couldn't even get.
I think it started on UPN, then it went to like the CW or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
And I was in
that's
that
it.
same boat too, because like I never really watched Raw like in my younger years as a kid because it was on at 9 o'clock. Couldn't stay
Yeah.
up that late. So SmackDown was my pride and joy and what I watched every time. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, 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 please. But I turned on SmackDown one night. I think it was like right at the end, and it was JBL defending the WWE Championship against Eddie Guerrero in the steel cage. And Mick Foley, I don't know if you've heard Mick Foley's story about how he like was hooked on wrestling was when he went to Madison Square Garden, sat in
Right.
the stands, and Jimmy Snuka jumped off this cage.
The
I
iconic Jimmy Snuka dive. Yep, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
it's those moments like you remember those once in a lifetime moments. And Eddie Guerrero did the frog splash, and I was like, oh my God, he's got to be dead. And I was hooked, and I just loved Eddie Guerrero's character so much. And like you with The Rock, I hooked right on to Eddie Guerrero, and to have Kurt Angle come out there and screw him out of the title at the end of the match, and the storyline and everything. It's with wrestling, you can't take anything too seriously. With this Tim White stuff, it's so over the top, and that's what I just loved about it. I
Hey,
was
and the
hooked.
thing is too, and like I mean, let's backtrack for a second. So